Good night, people. Good night, everyone. We're here once again with another live show, another Sports Frenzzyy live, and I'm your host, Levon. And with me tonight, we have Bones, the Arsenal man, Ryan, the Chelsea man, and Corey, the Manchester United man. Welcome, guys. How you doing?
Great. I'm good.
Wonderful. So, gentle folks, we have a lot to discuss, and that includes a lot of football action that is slated to take place over this coming weekend. First and foremost, we're going to review a couple of games that took place during the midweek. Well, we reviewed majority of them already, but some others took place that we need to get to the bottom of. First up is West. Hold on, it was West Brom against Everton. Match ended 1-0 in Everton's favor. And the man that they like to refer to as a fake Brazilian, that's Richarlison. He was the man who scored the winner for them. Corey, first and foremost, I'll give that one to you.
Everton, West Brom, Richards to score again. As I said in previous lives, Everton trying to fight for top four. They want to prove a point. Ancelotti, the mastermind behind of this. Richards coming up good. Since he playing the center forward role over the last couple of games, he has been coming up good. I think about 4 or 5 goals in the last couple of games. So it's very good.
Four matches straight.
Oh, 4 matches straight. Yeah, well done. Richardson looking good as I said. Overall, hard fought victory from Everton right there, and help them to try to push for the top four. West Brom on the other hand, all they have to do is lift up their chin and come again in the next game. Sam Allardyce will want to push them, trying to catch Fulham, who is in their eyes. So not a bad results for Everton.
Bones, I'm sure that you're pretty impressed by that because you love how Everton play, and if you had a second side in this league, it'd actually be Everton. So, what do you make of the match itself?
Yeah, you would definitely be Everton, just the respect that I have for Carlo Ancelotti, So it's just that it was a hard fought game, it was an even game right through. I think Everton just edged everything out. They edged out possession, they edged out passes, they edged out the most important thing.
So everything I said, the man them edge out.
edge. So it was a pretty much very competitive game, and we this is what we expect from a West Brom at this stage of the season. These teams that are struggling and are fighting to stay up, they are going to give every single team, including the best team in the Premier League, Manchester City, a real run for their money. They're not just going to give up like that. But Richarlison, we were giving him a lot of stick throughout the season. We were really giving him, and we must respect him now. He is really producing now for the time being until he start getting the stick again. So it was a pretty much very hard fought game, and Everton came out 1-0 victors. They have a game in hand, 3 points behind Chelsea, and they play Chelsea on Monday. So what more could you want?
So, Bones, you would say Richarlison better than Firmino right now.
Right now, come on. Floppy is a dead man walking right now, if you ask me.
All right, boss, man. The fixture that we build as to be the match of the midweek was between Liverpool and Chelsea. Chelsea ended up getting a 1-0 victory through a Mason Mount strike. And just like Hazard, he did celebrate. Ryan, take that one on.
Well, to be honest with you, that game, that 1-0, flattered to deceive Liverpool. That game could have been 2-3-0 easily, and nobody wouldn't say anything about it because Chelsea was all over Liverpool for most of the game. And for VAR and bad finishing in some.
It was offside, man. Nobody come with it, man. That was offside.
I have my own views on VAR and those marginal offsides already.
No, man, just be honest now, Ryan. Not because it went against the side, but that was offside.
It was not a clear offside, but they say it's offside by millimeters, so it is what it is.
You still win.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying. I mean, it could have been more easily, and nobody would have batted an eye and say, "Oh, Chelsea won. Chelsea were lucky to win 2-3 love." I mean, Chelsea was all over Liverpool for most of the game and could have
but
easily dispatched them.
have
What's
you
that?
realized one thing, though, Ryan, that the man that a lot of people have given a lot of stick this season is actually the one that has been Chelsea's best player throughout this entire season, from Lampard and now under Tuchel, Mason Mount.
Mason
And
Mount.
even on this program, a lot of people were saying that Mount should leave the team because he was somewhat stopping certain players from playing, including myself, because
Me are one of them too.
based on the system that Lampard was trying to implement, Mount wasn't the perfect candidate if he wanted to get the best out of a Kai Havertz and players like those. But the thing is that he has been very consistent and
But here's the
even
thing: Mount was not stopping anybody's game. Mount wasn't taking away people's game at the time, based on where Lampard had him. I understand when Lampard had him playing higher up, that argument could have been made. But when
yeah, man, that
Lampard
was that
had
was
him
that was when I was
in the
giving the stick.
box-to-box role, what's that?
That was the point where I was giving the stick where
Oh,
Lampard was
okay,
playing,
okay, okay.
playing him high up the field.
Yeah. But now he's back playing higher up, and I don't hear any of that conversation being had right now. I guess maybe
But I'm
because
sure,
the new coach and people giving him time to implement his thing.
but I'm sure that you're one happy fella that you actually got the win and you're slowly climbing up the table, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
All right. Next up, we saw Fulham taking on Tottenham, and some VAR controversy once again because Fulham had the ball in the back of the net, and it is one day too late because they came out today and actually changed the rules somewhat. But guess what? The match was already being played. Fulham goal was chopped off, but Tottenham getting a 1-0 victory over Fulham. Corey,
I didn't see the game, but I heard about the controversy. It was all over the media outlets about that goal. And then I heard that FIFA or the Premier League came out and tweet the rule a little about it as well. But overall, Tottenham delighted with the win. Mourinho going 3 games with a win now, and they're on form, they're on sync, and I think their form kicking right at the end of the season and fighting for top 4 as well. So a good win for Tottenham, and Fulham will bounce back again, as I said.
all right. Tomorrow, first up, we see Burnley taking on Arsenal at Turf Moor. And guess what? Burnley are looking to complete their first league double of Arsenal since the 1962-63 campaign, following their 1-0 win at Emirates earlier this season. Let's have to rub that in the wounds, man. But guess what? Arsenal are unbeaten in their last 8 away league games against Burnley. Win 4 and draw 4, keeping a clean sheet in 4 of the last 5. So something good up your street, Bones. So how is this one panning out?
Arsenal winning 3-0 tomorrow. All this talk about Arsenal and Burnley trying to complete double over Arsenal since 1960, whenever, how long was that has been. But that is just crap at that. Listen. The Arsenal have the last game they rested practically 50% of the starting 11. Those boys, the Saka, the Aubameyang, and all of them, when 2 weeks rested and rearing and ready to go tomorrow morning. No, though, the only thing I am worried about this game tomorrow is that Arsenal have first kickoff on Saturday morning. And normally Arsenal do not do well with early kickoffs, if you ask me. Either we lose or either we draw or something. But I'm expecting it to be a very, very, very competitive game. Of course, Burnley going to sit back, defend, kick the ball on the flank, run it on. But we have everybody for that, We have everybody for that right now. You understand? The as much as they hate David Luiz, he's doing well. Rob Holding, Gabriel, Mari, we have 3, 4.
Okay, Bones. We get it that your centre backs are playing well. We get it, man.
Okay, four good central defenders and one of the best, if not the best, left-footed player in the Premier League right now. That's Tierney. Understand on the left-hand side. The only problem
Bones attack, you think Arsenal was in the top 4?
the only
Absolute
problem
Ryan,
the
Ryan, you're
problem
absolutely correct on
listen,
that one.
listen. The only problem with Arsenal tomorrow and how the only way I see Burnley scoring tomorrow is down the right hand side. If Burnley starts tomorrow, Burnley will score down the right hand side. But I'm expecting a very good game, competitive game, back to our normal starting 11 with Partey and Xhaka in the midfield. Saka, Aubameyang, again up front. So it's going to be a good game. I can't see us losing, and I'm betting on a Aubameyang hat-trick tomorrow. The ask.
Anyways, guys, Corey, where's this one finishing?
You have to bear in mind that Burnley could have got a good result out of that Leicester game if it wasn't for Casper and then Schmeichel, that the Leicester goalkeeper Burnley could have won that game 3-1, 4-1 easily. And Arsenal have to bear that in mind. So overall, I'm looking for a draw, a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, look something, man. Can't kill the look.
Ryan, you're scoreline for this match because we're trying to give our betters out there something to put in their
One
pockets.
love Burnley. One love
Yeah,
Burnley.
Jason, Bones, your time is up. You got your chance to speak. Now shut up. Jason, how you see this one finishing? Quickly, scoreline.
I think Arsenal will win 1-0. It will be a tight game. Arsenal will get the edge.
Alright, so basically everyone is saying that it will be an under 2.5 match, except for Bones expect Aubameyang to score a trick.
Good.
Alright, next up, we see Sheffield United taking on Southampton at 10 a.m. Ryan, how you see this one panning out?
1-0.
No analysis?
I'm going to give you the analysis. Southampton has been playing bad over the last few match weeks, and Sheffield has been playing okay, and they will be at home. So I'm not really expecting Sheffield to win. I'm not really expecting Southampton to play that good. So I'm going with a draw for this one.
But you know that the last 3 times that Southampton has played against Sheffield, they have beaten Sheffield, whether home or away.
Okay, and maybe it was based on the fact that Southampton was in good form to do that. They are not in good form.
Another thing to point out, Ryan, is that Sheffield United have lost all 8 of their Premier League games played on Saturday this season. As it stands, is the highest number of games a team has played on a specific weekday within a single Premier League season with a 100% loss rate. So everything is stacked against Sheffield United currently.
Yeah, it seems to be the case, but that I'm still holding to my prediction. 1-0.
All right, Jason, your scoreline prediction.
Well, as I pointed out before, Southampton has beaten them the last 3 matches by an aggregate score of 7-1. So all things are pointing to a Southampton victory. I know they have a mountain of injuries, but I think they have more to lose if they do not get a result in this game. So
All right, Corey, pick that up. How you see this one finishing?
All right, Southampton not on farm, but I'm expecting them to win this game 1-0.
Bones, how you see this one finishing?
Sheffield United to win 2-0.
Corey, you're a betting man. Go out and pick Southampton to win 2-0. Bones, I have a question for you that from the previous live, you've made a statement and you've been running away from it. Now here's Andre Chelsea in the comment section asking you, which European competition did Arsenal win?
Andre,
hold on, man, Bones. Before you answer, you have had way long enough time to conjure up whatever response you have. So answer the man question. See it? 1 full week to answer the man question.
Andre, if you did not pay attention from the same night, me answer your question. I answered in the chat. And see it again, me go answer you. Arsenal has won 2 European honors. The Intercities Fans Cup in 1970 and the Winners' Cup in 1994. Okay?
Ryan, do you have any clue what are those?
What are those?
Question answered. Question answered. He asked a question, a genuine question. I said that Arsenal have won European trophies, and there's your answer. There's your proof.
Well,
That's like in the Intertoto Cup.
Correct.
Listen,
You know what the man
Brian.
did? You know what the man just did? You know what the man just did? The man just become an archaeologist. The man just go dig for some artifacts.
Ryan and Lebron and everybody will listen. You ask a genuine question. I do my research. I found the answer. I could have curry sheep cup, curry black cup. It's still a cup, right?
Man.
Okay. Thank you very much. Moving on. Next.
It's a disposable cup.
You want disposable cup? I could have soup cup. It's a cup, right?
Bones. Can I say this much? You're the absolute worst boss, man.
So who asked me to play in the final to win that cup? I can't remember that.
No, we played either Inter Milan in a 1-night final or AC Milan.
All right, they win.
Listen, one more 30 seconds. It's just like many fans know when Arsenal, many super supporters, if Arsenal or any other team win the FA Cup, they say a Curry Gold Cup. Yeah, Curry Gold Cup, nothing wrong with that. But it's a cup. While you can't win nothing, FA Cup are win by somebody else. Okay, fine. It's not a problem.
When did they say Arsenal win those things again?
FA Cup is a prestigious cup, so we don't even go there.
Okay,
Bones, when did Arsenal win those again?
1970 and 1994 was the recent.
Okay, boss. Next up tomorrow, we'll see Aston Villa taking on Wolves. One that is in 9th and the other is in 12th position. Aston Villa looking to secure their first league double over Wolves since the 2003-2004 campaign. Wolves won this exact fixture 1-0 last season. And guess what? They have not won consecutively away against Aston Villa. Ryan, how you see this one panning out?
When will Grealish be back?
Never.
I'm not so sure when, but
so he's out for this game then.
Should be.
And
yes,
Aston
he's out.
Villa is the home team.
Yeah, they are.
All right. So without Grealish, that will take away a lot from their team. And Wolves being away, that means the Wolves will sit deep for most of the game. So this looks like an draw.
But the thing that bothers me a lot is that Aston Villa home form, right, against some teams have just been abysmal and, well, very abysmal against a lot of them. You know that they've only won once against Wolves in 6 home games from a good while back. So Aston Villa is a team where this week they're up, next week they're done. Midweek they had a bad fixture. They end up losing to Sheffield United.
Ross Barkley fits Aston Villa because that's exactly how he plays. 1 week he's up, 1 week he's down.
But the thing is that they lost midweek to Sheffield United 1-0. Now with this being on the weekend, do you expect them to come back, Corey, and get a win this weekend?
No. Some reason no. I don't expect them to come back. Wolves looking like showing a glimpse of form in their games. But I expect Aston Villa to win this game. So I'm going for 1-0 for Wolves.
The only thing that Aston Villa have going for them is that they have the highest win rate on Premier League games that is played on Saturdays. They have 75% because they have won 6 out of a possible 8 fixtures on the weekend. Jason, your score and prediction for this one?
2-1 to Wolves.
Bones, your score and prediction?
Watkins to score a double in a 2-0 victory.
Oh, I saw them can buy Wolves a 2-0 victory though.
Yeah, everything against the East there.
Put your house on it, man.
Don't do that. Next up, tomorrow we'll see Brighton taking on Leicester at 3 p.m. Brighton were in desperate need of a win, playing against a Leicester team who are very good on the road. Even though Leicester are missing certain players, but They have few players coming back. Guess what? Brighton are winless in all 7 of their Premier League meetings with Leicester. They have drawn 2 and lost the other 5, scoring on 5 occasions in this run. And Leicester face Brighton without ever losing more than they have any other side in the Premier League. They have they have played 7, they have won 5 and drawn 2. Jason, how you see this one going? And Fofana coming back, and we expect to see him tomorrow. Indeed, he can move back into midfield. How you see this one going tomorrow?
I think Leicester will get back to winning ways and beat Brighton in this one. Brighton have been bright as usual, but they just haven't gotten the results. So I think with Tielemans playing closer to Vardy, I think that would get the better of Brighton, and Leicester will get the result in their favour. So 2-1 to Leicester.
Bones, how you see this one going? And what do you make of Brighton? They have played well in majority of their games this season, but they just seemingly can't find the goal. And last match, they had the opportunity to get a victory, and guess what? They missed 2 penalties in that game. Bones, how you see this one going? And what do you make of Brighton form overall?
You know, me I go kind of comment on both teams' farm level. Brighton, I think you'd have put them in a category of this saltest team this season. When they talk about salt, check Brighton. They play every time that I watch them, they always attract my eyes every single time that I watch them. And they don't have any big name players over there, and they're playing really good football. So that is probably down to the manager, right? But I hear you guys talking about Leicester City this and Leicester City that. If it's the Leicester City that Arsenal played last week, Brighton is going to win this game 2-0. That Leicester City that we played last week is a Leicester City that Demo would probably be proud of Brendan Rodgers. Choker.
Stick up in. Yeah. Where's that match played?
Where? Which match?
When you guys beat Leicester.
At the yard.
Okay, say no more. I just highlighted it that when it comes down to away league form, Leicester has probably gotten the most points on the road this season.
Listen, it comes to the part of the season where that no matter anymore level, whether on the road or off the road. It don't matter anymore. You understand? Everybody at fire right now. As everybody want points right now. You understand? At 13 or 12 games left in the season, and them teams that like New Brighton, them not just come and roll over and dead. Them are go fight. And who better to play than Leicester will get 3 last week, knowing you are play good football and will probably have equal amount of possession and equal amount of passes and will get equal amount of opportunities to score than just as Leicester City. So it's going to be a tricky game. I'm not saying that New Brighton is going to come out and roll over Leicester City 2-0. What I'm saying is it's going to be a tricky game. Leicester isn't that good right now, despite the fact New Brighton is practically, the average.
You know one thing I realize, and it's something I generally realize with a lot of humans. The more you talk, the more you contradict yourself. Because initially in a boss man, you said you expect Brighton to just get a 2-0 victory. No, you start the conversation, and here you are saying that.
No. Listen, what I'm saying is that based on farm and based on everything, I would expect New Brighton to roll over 2-0, get a 2-0 victory. But if you're looking at the game analytically now, Zane, I think the game will pan out to probably a 2-2 draw between both teams.
Bossman, make up your mind. Because first you said Brighton is going 2-0. No, it's 2-2. No,
Yeah, confused the betters, Bridget. Yeah, confused the betters, man.
Listen to me, man. If you're going to bet on New Brighton leading 2-0 at halftime, and the game.
Who's New Brighton?
New Brighton FC Football Club.
All right. Anyways, just go to the chase, boss man.
Okay, and that's it. If I'm betting tomorrow, I would probably put a money on New Brighton leading at halftime and Leicester coming back to draw 2-1 in the 90th minute.
All right, let's move on now. Corey, your scoreline prediction for that match?
2-1 Leicester.
Ryan, your scoreline prediction?
Everybody seems like them have 2-1 Leicester apart from Bone. So
Bones,
2-1 left side is what I had in mind as well.
Ryan, I can't really pay Bones of mine. Bones all over the place. Alright, next up we see West Brom who are desperate for a win, playing against a Newcastle team that is also desperate for a win. Ryan, I'm going to start off with you on that one again.
The game of the, I don't know what to call them managers. West Brom is the home. West Brom, I think West Brom will find a way to win this game. And I don't think it will be an attractive game. And I don't expect an attractive scoreline either. So 1-0 West Brom.
But the thing is that you know that not Newcastle, West Brom have won none of their 8 Premier League games played on Sunday this season, joined to and losing the other 6. And boy, Newcastle isn't playing that badly right now still now, but then again, West Brom has been gritty somewhat and they pop up out of nowhere to just get a winner sometimes. But
Yeah.
oh boy, the battle of the two probably worst managers in the league when it come on to playing attractive football. Jason, your
You could have
scoreline
stop
prediction.
at worse managers in the league.
Why you punching the man in the card, man? But Jason, your scoreline prediction.
No Almiron, no Saint Maximan,
Oh,
Callum Wilson. West Brom to win 1-0. Agreed, Ryan.
Corey.
I'm looking for a draw. West Brom 1-1 draw with West Brom and Newcastle.
Bones.
Battle of the two teams that will go down with Sheffield United. Two worst managers in the league. But I think Big Sam is going to pull up his pants tomorrow, buckle his belt properly, and get a 1-0 victory tomorrow.
This man, if I touch on man, a buckle up belt and all of this. Why? You're the worst. Anyways, Liverpool against Fulham. Jason.
They can't lose another game on field, can they? Boy, this one is a tricky one. You'd expect Liverpool to probably bounce back against Fulham, but I think Fulham, who was very, very unfortunate in their last game, that VAR call against Tottenham was disastrous. But I can't see. I don't really want to see. I can't see Liverpool losing this one, to be honest. So I think they will bounce back a 2-0 victory.
Alright, Bones, your scoreline prediction.
Speaking for Demo tonight, I don't think the champions will succumb another victory at Anfield, to be honest. We know that the Fulham team is a very good. It's coming together slowly but surely. But I think that's it with Liverpool losing now. I think this is the best chance for them to bounce back, and I think they will win. They will win 3-0 with Flappy getting a double.
Corey, your scoreline prediction.
Liverpool will bounce back. They will win 3-0.
Ryan, your scoreline prediction for that one.
I'm expecting a similar game to what Liverpool had with Sheffield against a relegation threatened side, and I'm expecting a similar scoreline. So I'm going with 2-0 Liverpool. I don't think they'll extend their 5 consecutive losses at home this time.
So you're saying that Fulham tend to play a little bit more expansive, so expect them to be hoping up and Liverpool to exploit all those spaces in behind.
Yeah,
I would expect Liverpool to find enough within themselves to find a win. So 2-0.
And the match that has been touted as the match of the weekend, well, it is the match of the weekend. The Manchester Derby. Man City and Man United on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. We're going to start with Corey on this one.
I'll just take 30 seconds. I know the stats man will come.
Corey. Stop your madness. Analyze the match. Can I 30 seconds?
All right. that's how I feel with Manu these days. Just feel hopeless, just going through the motions. And Manchester United, as you see my hashtag there, they miss Pogba, and for that, this Manchester derby coming at the wrong time of the season for us. We're looking woeful. Our 3-0, we can't even score a goal in the last 3 games. We're looking whole as Manchester United. However, on the other hand, City going for their 22 victory, and I'm expecting City to get their 22 victory. But this Manchester United team, I can't say beat Man City. So I'm going for Manchester United, a Man City win by 2-0.
Jason?
I agree with Corey. I see it as a City victory, 2-0. United on their day can pretty much beat anyone, but I agree with this point that this just come at the wrong time of the season. We've had some critical injuries that have messed up the flow of the team. Our attacking players, Rashford and Bruno, they've not hit the same levels as what we're used to. So which other team in English football is better transition playing than United? So have to capitalize on, but victory to City from me.
Bones.
After this game, Manchester City can be a possible. Manchester United can be possibly fourth in the league. After this game. However, that's fine. I accept my attempt. However, this is going to be a tricky game. I always tell you guys about derbies. I always tell you guys, you can't call a derby based on the form of a team. Zin, you cannot call a
best thing yourself on the night start, Bones.
You cannot call, but I always say, Levan, you cannot call a derby based on the form of teams. This is a derby. Players come and they will give 122% during the game, and they will surprise and win the game. I'm actually expecting City's 21 winning streak to end.
Lord God.
with Manchester United actually coming out 3-2 victors. I'm kind of reflecting on the game that you guys came back the other day, and I'm expecting a similar game against Manchester City. So I think the Manchester City run will finish on Sunday. Manchester United to win 3-2, Bruno scoring a last-minute penalty to win the game.
After the match finish? I was going to where will the match be played? Not that it matters. Etihad, okay. We know what Ole is going to do. Ole is going to come and pack it in and try to hit on the counter and hope that he gets a goal or two out of individual brilliance. So we know what Ole is going to do, and we know what City is going to do. City is going to come and play football and try to win the game, and Ole is going to try and not lose the game, and he will lose the game. So 2-0 Man City.
Alright, why am I the only one here of the United supporters that actually think that United will somewhat play good tomorrow, Sunday? Reason being,
I don't know.
Ole back is against the wall with a lot of Ole out hashtag floating around again, and majority of the time when you see that happen, you see prime Manchester United from way back when.
Yes, man.
Come on, show, but
Ole is not really under much pressure right now, so to speak. He's under pressure, but not so much pressure as
Ryan.
This is not
Ryan,
Ole.
listen, Ryan. United might
This is not a make or break game for Ole.
Boss man, listen, man. You see when fans start pressure them so much, you think they don't actually pray that. As something when we actually see with Ole and they see anytime.
I know, I realize
Ole
always find a way to win games when his back is really against the wall. I don't think this is one of those situations.
Levan,
All right, boss. We'll see. But
I heard you and Brom saying that Manu might come out victorious, but when you look at it, where are we gonna get the goals from?
Individual
more yourself,
brilliant
man.
or a
My boy
penalty.
Dan James. My boy Dan James. Stop it.
But
Leave my boy
now
alone.
is the time for Dean Henderson to shine. David De Gea is over in Spain after the birth of his daughter. Congrats, boss man. But it's no time for Dean Henderson. I hope he stake a claim for the number one
Yeah.
spot because I've been one of his biggest followers ever since, and now is his time to shine, man. De Gea can stay over Spain still. Just saying.
All I can tell him, good luck. That's all I can tell him. Good luck.
But
No, well, you wish him luck, but as I pointed out to Levan before, against City and probably their onslaught, I'd probably prefer to have Henderson right now more than De Gea.
So, question Levan. Question to
That's true.
Jason. Question put to Jason. Levan said something a while ago, Jason, that every time that Ollie's back is at the wall, he always produce a result, and he's surprised say Man U fan them actually now go by that theory. You are always one of the man who come out and actually always say when he against the wall, he actually get a result. So what changed now? Like what happened?
Bones, can I answer because Ryan actually said it. His back is not really against the wall.
No,
Just
really.
media push that, man.
Okay.
His back not really against the wall, man. That's the media would let them push it, man.
Okay.
Exactly. It's not that much of a critical point. I think right now, I think the majority is probably expecting United to lose, and losing to City. I mean, even after that investor call, Woodward has gloriously backed Solskjaer for the work that he has done and the clear progress that
Yeah.
United has made. So he's under no pressure right now.
All right.
Yeah,
So
pressure at all.
my final take on that match and United itself. All out. Move on. Tottenham taking out Crystal Palace in a London derby. Tottenham hitting somewhat of a form. They have been playing well, and they're playing against a Crystal Palace that is up and down. And without Zaha, Crystal Palace doesn't really look like a team. Well, United made them look like a team because United is trash. But Tottenham playing decent right now. Perfect time to catch a Crystal Palace side. Where see this one going, Core?
London derby, as we both say, a derby any card can play. But Crystal Palace without Zaha again, they fight hard against Man U in that rainy and windy condition, and they eke out a point. Tottenham, as I said earlier, coming into a bit of form. Gareth Bale, Son, Kane, even Dele Alli put in their work. It's a derby I expect it to be close, but somehow I expect Tottenham to win 2-1.
Bones, your take on this match?
Jesus, please. Here comment on Tottenham game, you know, man. I think Peanut Head will actually start and score a double tomorrow. On Sunday and Monday, as I explain. I don't. Peanut Head.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Dele Alli. I think Peanut Head and Gareth Bale. Peanut Head will score a double, and Gareth Bale will actually get another goal, and they'll win 3-1 and come on. They won't lose.
Ryan.
Well, it will be interesting to see if Tottenham will dominate the ball as they did against Burnley, because Tottenham will be expected to have most of the possession. So if they can dominate the ball and create and score chances, then Tottenham should comfortably win that game, because we know Hudson don't really do much, and his team is out of form right now. So I'm going with a 3-0 Tottenham.
Jason.
It will be interesting to see if this can be another 1-1 draw, because there's been so many successive ones between these two. But with Palace having faced the more shots in the league this season, especially this year.
Mhm.
I suspect that would be feast for Hurricane and Heung-min Son and the like. So Tottenham to come out with a victory in this one.
I also pointed out that Tottenham are unbeaten in their last 11 Premier League games meeting with Crystal Palace. They have won 9 and drawn 2, their longest ongoing run against any side in the current division. So everything is in Tottenham's favour, but you may never know. Hope they lose because, as you know, most of us dislike Jose Mourinho, but we have to be analytical, we have to be realistic, and this game tend to seemingly in the favour of Tottenham. So I expect Tottenham to come out victors, but the ball is on, so let's see how it goes. Next up, we see Chelsea taking on Everton. Ryan, over to you.
Well, Tuchel will play how he has been playing all season since he has taken over the post. Bit conservative in terms of conservative defensive wise and play on the wing and try to get a goal on the break using the wing backs. So I actually think Chelsea will eke out a win, a 1-0 victory in this one.
Also pointed that Chelsea are unbeaten in their last 25 Premier League home games against Everton. They have won 14, drawn 11, only against
So we
Spurs.
just bad. So Chelsea's just bad on the road against Everton then,
Yeah, that's it.
because we have lost quite a few games to them recently. So we must have been really bad on the road against them.
Because you guys have lost 3 of your previous 4 encounters against them.
Okay, so those were
yeah,
road losses. Okay.
and they're looking to do the double over you for the first time since 1978-79. So let's see how that one goes. Corey, how is this one going?
It's at Chelsea home, right?
Yeah.
And Everton away from is immaculate. So it's gonna be a close encounter. Ancelotti versus Tuchel. Two managers who transform their teams and playing some good football. Richarlison scoring a lot of goals. Mason Mount scoring a lot of goals. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. I think this will be the game of the round, not the Manchester derby. I think this will be the game of the round, and for some reason, I expect Everton to win by a goal to nil.
Wow. Ball call. Now over to the man that says that Everton is the second side. Bones.
Tickleman versus the boss Carlos Ancelotti. You know, it's going to be a very 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 good game. I think he has turned Chelsea around. I think he has given Chelsea hope for probably a Premier League push next season, not this season but next season. But to add salt to the Liverpool fans' wounds, Everton victory would probably drive some of them to committing suicide on Monday, to be honest. But it's going to be a very good game, as everybody said before. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be conservative by two teams. I'm actually looking at a nil-all first half, and actually, as Corey said, surprisingly, I'm actually looking at Richarlison to score and win the game for Everton come Monday.
Boy, Fred to pick certain side still na boss.
Oh, man. When you realize me, I give half-time score, full-time score, name of players we are going to score tonight. Right?
I say it look like you get analytical, and the last time that they came on here and actually gave us a scoreline and a player that will actually score the goal. They actually got it correct because I said that City would have won 1-0. They also named Raheem Sterling as the goal scorer, and so said so done. So guys, please take key note of his goal scorers because who knows, might very well happen.
Okay.
Yeah, it might sound fool and stupid at times, but so his prediction normally come true.
Yeah, man.
But the final fixture of the weekend, well, before I actually move on, I want to get Jason take on this Chelsea Everton game. Well, Jason is in and out. So quickly, West Ham taking on Leeds United, a game that I actually expect to be the game of the weekend, not the Chelsea against Everton. So I'm going to
And not
start
the
with,
Man U game.
come on, Corey. We've seen no United playing the big games this season, so why would I choose that as the match of the weekend? Come on, man, do better than that. But I'm going to start with you on this one. West Ham taking on Leeds. Corey, start.
Me?
Yeah, man.
Oh, sorry about that. West Ham Leeds. Lingard. Lingard again versus Leeds. West Ham and Leeds gonna be a good game, a very entertaining game. Leeds will pose a threat, but they will leave some gaps in their defense, and West Ham gonna try to exploit. Leeds looking good in attack. They look good, very good in attack. But as I said, they will leave some gaps in the defense, and Lingard and Bowen will try to exploit that as best as possible. So I'm looking for a very entertaining game, and I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Ryan?
You pick my score. 2-2. That's my score for the game as well. I expect an exciting game. I think Leeds will dominate possession, however, and create more chances. But West Ham will also create their share of chances. And with Leeds, some of the time it's either feast or famine. So I think both teams will share this one. And I hear the West Ham players making some big talk. The Cresswell and Rice saying that they're basically doing a Steven Gerrard, so they're not going to make the chance to get into a European spot. So
Wow.
The time will tell still, but based on how they have played this season, well, they can't really bet against them because they have looked good and they have grinded out result on quite a few occasions. So, yeah.
And they have
all right, Jason, your take on this game?
Leeds have conceded the most headed goals this season. They've also conceded the most goals by set pieces. So Q Thomas Suchek to score in this game. West Ham was also fueled by Premier League player of the month, Jesse Lingard, as well as one of our brand new Jamaicans in Mikel Antonio. So I suspect
rush it so quick, boss man. No come through it, man. Don't rush it.
Forward, man. So I suspect West Ham will edge it here. 2-1 to West Ham.
Bones.
I think if Manchester United had kept David Moyes, they would probably be challenging for the Premier League title today.
Bones, when you were on the show last week, boss man, it seems you went way back in time. You say, really want to go back in time again, boss?
Yeah, man, we gotta go back, man. We have to give something before we start about the game, Anyways, this is going to be a very, 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 very big win for West Ham, if you ask me. They are not going to let the opportunity that is in their sight slip and go away. What we have Everton playing Chelsea on Monday. So if before the game, so somebody is going to drop points there, and then West Ham is playing directly after that game. So they have an opportunity to pass one of those teams on Monday. You understand? So I do not think they are going to allow themselves the opportunity to make a slide down the ladder. So I'm going for a big West Ham 3-0 victory and the dancer to score a double.
All right, boss. That's the end of the Premier League roundup, the Premier League preview over the weekend. And guys, I hope you go out and bet and win big because the Sports Frenzzyy show has been on fire for the past couple of weeks. So hope that you take our tips seriously and go and win some money. Now there's two big matches taking place in Europe this weekend as well. The Madrid derby will be taking place on Sunday at 10:15 a.m. Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid Atletico currently leading the table with 58 points with a game in hand, with Madrid in third on 53 points, tied with Barcelona. But an important stat, Atletico have failed to win any of their last 9 La Liga games against Real Madrid. They have drawn 5 and lost 4. The longest run out of victory in a derby under Simeone. Ryan, this one over to you first. You see this one pan out.
That 9 is going to become 10.
Lose.
And it's not, and it won't be a draw and it won't be a draw, it will be a Real Madrid victory. I'm going with Real Madrid to beat Atletico.
Alright, Corey, your take on the match itself?
Same, I'm going Real Madrid to beat Atletico Madrid. As much as Atletico is on top, I'm going for Real Madrid to pull out the goods.
Jason?
Atletico are in free fall with them 6-3-1 formation, so I suspect Madrid to come out on top in this one.
Bones?
Man says 6-3-1. Match is going to be played at Atletico's home. They're in a real free fall. They are still ahead with they're still ahead in the league. But it's been really disappointing for them. Honestly, I can't. I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Bones, from you've been here all throughout the show, that is the only one I'm going to agree with you on. Not saying that it will be 2-2, but I expect a draw in this match. Reason being, did you guys saw how Real Madrid played the last La Liga game? It wasn't until Vinicius came on and actually got a late equalizer for them escaping defeat. And Atletico somewhat will step up in this game because I think Simeone sees that the La Liga is right in his grasp, even though they have hit a free fall from there. They're losing to some teams that they expected them to beat. But I believe that this match will actually end in a 1-1 draw. The next match that will take place,
remember?
it is a derby, yes. And the next big match of the weekend will be the Klassiker between Bayern
Munich
against Borussia Dortmund. Let's quickly point out that one, Jadon Sancho, Giovanni Reina, and Rafael Guerreiro are out with injuries. So Dortmund have lost 3 of their most influential players, but still a strong team. But Bayern, ball. Bones, I'm gonna start with you on this one.
This one that easy. This one that easy like when you eat chips or and a drink bag juice. Easy peasy. Bayern Munich to win 6-0. Pickens. Pickens.
Jason, your take on the match?
I really hope Bayern win because I really don't want Dortmund to make the Champions League. So, but I mean, those injuries just exacerbate my point further that Dortmund won't win this game. Haaland is on very good goal scoring form, but he alone just can't do it right now. So I suspect Bayern to come out.
Why don't want BVB to make the Champions League?
They want the Sancho. It's not the easy, man.
And
But that never stop it. That never stop anything, whether or not.
I mean, whether or not, I still believe that Sancho will end up leaving Dortmund, but the negotiation, the leverage will switch.
It's not going to affect the transfer fee, you know.
You think
Well,
so?
one thing that I want to point out that Bones might sounded as if he was talking a lot of total bull. However, Bayern have scored at least 4 goals in each of their last 5 Bundesliga home games against Borussia Dortmund. 24 goals in total. So probably he's onto something, and it seems that Bones has taken some form of medicine that he's somewhat going out on the edge tonight and calling some big results. But Jason,
Chip out and chip in, man. But yeah, Bayern to win 3-1.
Ryan.
Well, this is Bayern's time of the year where the Bundesliga is concerned. They always, when it comes to the home stretch, they always gallop to victory and win the league comfortably. So this is where it starts for Bayern to break away from the table.
Mhm.
And with the injuries that Dortmund have, I never had Dortmund to win, even if they did not have the injuries.
Mhm.
So I am going with Bayern to win, and I expect a comfortable 3-1 victory.
I'm going to get back to you, Ryan, because I just said something, but I'm going to get Corey's take first. Corey, why you see this match finishing?
As a betting person, goals over 3.5 or Bayern to win 4-1. But goals that game.
So what difference between me and you now, Corey? Eh?
You say not 6, you
I
say?
said 4-1. I expect Bayern to score. You said
Bones,
6-0.
Bones, Bones. This comment is directed at you, and it's from our producer. He's saying that Bones is a risk taker. Hope it's not the Roman reason making him drunk still.
No, no.
But Ryan, back to you though. You're saying that they
Yeah,
expect Bayern to pull away at this point of the season. Do you actually know that one Rasenballsport Leipzig is actually just 3 points behind them
I
in the
know. That's
season?
why I said pull away, because I
Hold on a
know
second.
that they are getting close to them, but Bayern always find it within themselves. Almost
That's
every season, when it is close and it goes to the home stretch, Bayern always find a way to pull away from the table and to
That's
win the
true too.
German and to win the Bundesliga comfortably.
That's
And this
true,
is
yes.
the
But
time of
but, but if you have to be honest though, there's lapses in that Bayern defense, and if Dortmund can actually exploit it, they might be in with a shot because the match that they played weekend, the past weekend, I don't remember if it was against Cologne, but Alaba and Boateng was involved in a little melee where one was saying the other must go after the ball, and here comes the Cologne attacker, just snooked in and put it past him easily. So if Dortmund can actually pressure Bayern, they could force him into mistake. And so far this season,
not saying no, but Bayern has the experience. All
yeah,
of that little melee and whatever it is that happened before, that happened then, Bayern has the experience to put that behind them and to say, okay, this is our time, this is what we always do, so we can do this again. Bayern has the winner's mentality, and
I'm to agree with that. But
I expect them to put the pretenders to bed in the next few rounds.
man, we refer to the man as pretenders. Anyways, I
No, they
expect
are.
next.
Bayern. If I were to pick a German side, it would be BVB. But the honest truth is that I don't see them winning, and I don't see Bayern losing this Bundesliga.
Alright, boss. That line, I like Bayern currently because they have a lot of the German players currently, and you know that I'm a German fan. But to be honest, tired of Bayern winning. I hope Leipzig can pull out something this season with Nagelsmann. Honestly, hope they can pull it off. But as I said, that Bayern knows how to win and how to grind out results at the end. So hope that we'll see an entertaining Manchester derby, an entertaining Madrid derby, and an entertaining the Classic over the weekend. And guys, please go out and bet and win some money. Take our advice. With that being said, we have come to the end of the live show, and want to say thanks again to our producer Josh Carl. He's one that makes this possible, and he was on the fun side of it tonight because Bones, man, say must eat up more ice cream. Anyways, thanks to Bones for passing through. Thanks to Ryan. Thanks to Corey, and also thanks to Jason for passing through. And without further ado, we have to give a lot of respect to our viewers. We had 35 at one point tonight and over 200 viewers. And we have to give a special shout out to Shanika. She has been promoting the show a lot. So, Shanika, bless up yourself. Thanks a lot for that, sister. Big up yourself. Continue doing the good work. Till next time, peace out. Take care of yourself, guys. Have a safe weekend.
Bless up.
Yes.